a certificate of coverage for Americans working in Canada. The topic of today's video is a certificate of coverage for Americans working in Canada. If you are a U.S. citizen working in Canada, then you will find this video very useful, as you may not be aware of the double taxation surrounding Social Security. The points that we'll touch base on today are: number 1, what are Canadian pension plan premiums? Number 2, when do Americans have to pay CPP in Canada? And number 3, what's the purpose of the certificate of coverage? Anyone who works in Canada and who is 18 years of age or older must contribute to the CPP. The CPP is Canada's pension plan system, similar to the Social Security system in the US. There is a different pension plan for workers in Quebec, called the Quebec Pension Plan, or QPP. Usually, your employer will contribute 1/2 of the required contribution, and you will contribute the remaining half. These CPP contributions will determine if you and your family are eligible for CPP benefits and the amount of those benefits. The most common way for an American to pay CPP in Canada if he or she is both living and working in Canada. In the case that you live in the US, you still may have to contribute to the CPP. Canada has Social Security agreements with many countries, one of them being the US. Under Article 5 of the Social Security Agreement between the US and Canada, you have to contribute to the Social Security system where you are working and governed by those labor laws. If you do absolutely nothing, chances are that you'll be stuck paying Social Security taxes to both Canada and the US. However, you will qualify for the certificate of coverage if your US employer sends you to work in Canada for 5 years or less. The election allows you to contribute to the Social Security of the country where your employer is making contributions. With today's technology, everything can be done online, and this includes getting a certificate of coverage. You can apply online through the Social Security Administration's website. It's important that you contact your employer first, as most of the information will be provided by them. The certificate of coverage must be presented to your U.S. employer, and your employer will provide that certificate to the Canadian and provincial authorities if asked for. It's best to apply for the certificate before you begin traveling to Canada for work. So here's the tip: before you begin working in Canada, ask your employer to obtain a certificate of coverage to you and keep it with you in case you're asked to present it. If you like this tip and want to know more, drop us a comment below or visit madanca.com. And as always, don't forget to like and subscribe so we can bring you great tax tips every week.